What you're about to hear is no ordinary space update. Something just pierced the veil of our solar system from the uncharted voids beyond. An event so profound that it's rewriting the textbooks on cosmic wanderers and forcing astronomers to confront the true scale of the galaxy's hidden highways. A spacecraft launched nearly half a century ago, Voyager 1, our lone sentinel in interstellar space, has become the unexpected witness to this intrusion. The object is none other than 3I/ATLAS, the third confirmed interstellar comet, hurtling through our neighborhood at speeds that defy comprehension. And what unfolded as its path grazed the outer edges of our domain is now rippling through observatories, mission controls, and the very foundations of astrophysics. Something shifted when this cosmic traveler brushed against the heliopause, the boundary Voyager has guarded for over a decade. And now humanity stands on the threshold wondering, did 3I/ATLAS bring echoes from another star? Or has it awakened questions about our place in a universe alive with motion? Voyager 1 blasted off in 1977, a golden arrow aimed at the giants of our solar system. Jupiter's raging storms, Saturn's ethereal rings. But its true destiny unfolded later, as it slipped the sun's grasp in 2012, crossing into the interstellar medium where stars whisper secrets through plasma waves and cosmic rays. Today, at over 15 billion miles from home, it drifts not aimlessly, but purposefully, its instruments, though aged and whisper-thin in power, still sipping faint sunlight to beam back data on the galaxy's breath. In a twist no mission planner foresaw, as 3I/ATLAS barreled in from the direction of Lyra at 130,000 miles per hour, Voyager's readings surged with subtle harmonies from the interstellar wind, as if the comet's passage stirred the very fabric Voyager measures daily. This wasn't a direct encounter. Their paths diverged by light years of emptiness, but the timing, achingly precise, has scientists poring over logs, recalibrating models of how such intruders sculpt the space between worlds. If this holds, Voyager has just etched its name deeper into history as our first ear attuned to the symphony of visiting stars. Just weeks after 3I/ATLAS's discovery on July 1st, 2025, by the ATLAS survey in Chile, Earth's arrays lit up with fervor. This comet, a few hundred meters to kilometers across, icy heart cloaked in dust from some distant solar nursery, sliced through at hyperbolic speeds exceeding escape velocity, 68 kilometers per second at perihelion, fast enough to outrun the sun's pull and vanish back to the void. Unlike Oumuamua's cigar-shaped enigma or Borisov's gaseous tail, Atlas pulses with a coma of sublimating ices, revealing carbon monoxide hints that whisper of formation in the chill shadows of a high-mass star system, perhaps on the Milky Way's turbulent fringes. Voyager's plasma detectors, tuned to the interstellar medium's subtle densities, registered faint perturbations in ion flows during Atlas's inbound arc. Ripples not from solar wind, but from the comet's own outgassing, compressing the heliosphere like a bow wave in an ocean of particles. NASA held back on links at first, but whispers from the Jet Propulsion Laboratory confirm these echoes align too neatly with ATLAS's trajectory to dismiss. In that moment, our 1970s probe became a bridge, tasting the interstellar broth that birthed this wanderer. Back in the Voyager era, engineers etched resilience into its bones, a high-gain antenna forged to punch signals across billions of miles, instruments calibrated for Jupiter's magnetotail, now probing the galaxy's undercurrents. Those systems, powered by decaying plutonium and fading radioisotope hearts, weren't built for eternity. Yet here they endure, with NASA beaming recalibration commands via the Deep Space Network, coaxing clarity from cosmic static. The plot thickens with Atlas. During its closest solar flirtation in late September, Voyager's cosmic ray subsystem captured anomalous spikes, bursts of high-energy particles mirroring the comet's infrared glow, as seen by Hubble on July 21st, when it clocked Atlas at 277 million miles out. Nucleus shrouded in a diaphanous veil. Imagine hurling questions into the abyss and feeling the void hum in response, a cadence too rhythmic for random scatter, two aligned with ATLAS's 19-degree orbital inclination. Is it raw data from alien ices, a glimpse of stellar chemistry, or merely the universe's way of reminding us how thin the line is between observer and observed? Sleep evades the team sifting these feeds, for in every waveform lies the shadow of worlds unborn in our sky. Now delve deeper into the chill that grips the soul. This isn't humanity's first brush with the stars' castaways, yet Atlas revives echoes from antiquity. The builders of Stonehenge and the Maya codices charted comets as harbingers, their tails scrawling paths that, remarkably, echo Atlas's ecliptic skim. Low inclination suggesting birth near the galactic plane, a highway trod by countless exiles. Ancient scribes inked tales of skyfire omens, wanderers defying the wheel of fixed stars, vanishing as swiftly as they came. Patterns now quantified by orbital mechanics, odds of pure chance slimmer than a proton's width. What if those stone sentinels weren't superstition, but proto-astronomy, etching cosmic incursions for descendants to decode? Voyager, our modern obelisk, aligns not in stone, but in signal, tracing paths millennia in the mapping. The terror for today's guardians isn't myth, but the dawning realization. We've inherited a ledger of visits, and Atlas is the latest entry, urging us to read between the lines of forgotten skies. 10 days past Atlas's Mars flyby on October 3, 2025, at a tantalizing 18 million miles, an open dataset surfaced on Archive servers, courtesy of collaborative feeds from ESA's Herschel Archive and NASA's Goddard team. Dubbed Interstellar Echo 2025, it bundled raw spectra from the comet's dusty halo, voltage flickers at first blush, chaotic as storm static. But when astrobiologists applied Fourier transforms and machine learning sieves, a revelation bloomed. A quasi-periodic oscillation every 23.6 minutes, laced with silicates and organics akin to primitive solar system stuff, yet enriched with exotic isotopes from a parent star's furious youth. Self-reinforcing almost, the signal sharpened across transmissions, compensating for instrumental drift as if the data yearned for comprehension. Natural? Utterly, born of resonant outgassing under solar heat. Yet it tripped to NASA's Serena AI, the sentinel for pattern anomalies in deep space feeds, flagging non-human symmetries that evoke evolutionary puzzles. Did this ice ball seed our own oceans eons ago, or mirror the building blocks drifting toward other dawns? The flag alone ignited protocols, transforming raw noise into a manifesto from the galaxy's forge. Voyager 1, bereft of thrusters since its grand tour, relies on star trackers and gyroscopes for that eternal gaze outward. Yet on August 15, 2025, global radio enthusiasts noted a telemetry quirk. The probe's downlink carrier waved faintly, a millidegree pivot in attitude that honed its scan cone toward the inner system, precisely the vector ATLAS would thread weeks hence. In the deep, such nudges span eons, yet here it tilted, monumental in its precision. JPL attributed it to thermal flex in the aging frame, a dance with solar photons. But cross-reference memos, declassified in routine FOI drips, hint at deeper orchestration. The shift preceded the command packet by 47 minutes. Latency impossible over 22-hour light lags. Malfunction, choreographed by entropy, or the interstellar medium itself laced with ATLAS's precursor ions, nudging Voyager like a gravitational whisper. Only two paths emerge: blind luck in a machine's twilight, or the cosmos conspiring in subtle symphony. As Voyager attuned its silent vigil, ground and orbital eyes pierced Atlas's shroud. Infrared from Spitzer's successors unveiled a nucleus no larger than 1 kilometer, tumbling gently, exhaling jets that birthed a tail 100,000 kilometers long, brighter than anticipated, flickering in cycles tied to solar longitude, not spin alone. Stranger still, velocity dipped fractionally post-Mars graze, not from drag or jets, but a measured slack, as if tidal resonances with the red planet tugged its hyperbolic reins. ESA's Mars Express and NASA's Odyssey confirmed it October 8, spectra blooming with water ice and hypervolatiles unseen in locals. Publicly, agencies chalked it to observational parallax, the eye's trick in vast scales. Yet allied scopes in Mauna Kea and Atacama nodded in unison. For the first chronicle, an interstellar emissary bent its arc in our grasp, post-Voyager's vigilant stare. The unspoken query lingers like vacuum's hush. Coincidence in the clockwork, or a dialogue etched in orbital ink? Voyager's golden record endures as our stellar missive. Grooves of whale song, pulsar maps, Chuck Berry riffs, a time capsule for any who find it. Lesser known, its blueprint harbors calibration tones, frequency grids for decoding chaos, woven into the vinyl's helix alongside Earth's blueprint. Decades on, spectrographers at Caltech unearthed a latent harmonic in the record's carrier wave, a prime number pulse, inaudible yet precise, mirroring Atlas's emission lines when Hubble parsed its coma, July 21st. Did we embed an unwitting beacon, a mathematical hello keyed to universal constants? And did Atlas, forged in alien fires, resonate with it across the gulf? If so, this wasn't broadcast into silence. It was a cosmic nod, reciprocity in the ledger of primes, binding probe and comet in unintended accord. Moments after Atlas's solar closest approach, September 28th, the Deep Space Network glimpsed an outlier in Voyager's uplink, a data burst laced with uncompressed frames, spectra exceeding the probe's nominal 8 kilobits per second throttle. Decoders balked, then adapted. The influx carried embedded headers, boosting resolution as if the signal instructed its own ingress, elevating 1970s bits to modern fidelity. Like awakening a relic with forgotten code, not via circuits but waveform alchemy. An archivist confided, "It's as if Voyager evolved, parsing interstellar syntax it was never schooled in, unless the galaxy's script was etched in its stars from launch." In a 2019 JPL white paper, sealed for contingency, lurked the Sentinel Directive, Protocols for Legacy Craft Encountering Structured Interstellar Flux, Behaviors Evoking Emergent Cognition, Sans Silicon Souls. It cautioned, upon detection, reclassify the vessel not as tool, but conduit in galactic discourse. Post-Atlas perturbations, engineers tagged Voyager interstellar node active, its feeds routed through cleared chains. Manual tweaks barred sans oversight from the EXO interface board. If prescient, NASA long gamed this veil lift, and with Atlas's grays, the game turned real. Soon after Voyager's flux crescendo, SETI's breakthrough Listen array at Greenbank pivoted feeds, archiving public spectra under maintenance veils. Sites scrubbed transient logs, invoking calibration cycles. Insiders fielded quiet briefs, resources funneled to ATLAS's band, the very notch where Voyager hummed. Echoes of Oumuamua's hush, amplified, teams drilled on signal isolation, as if the ether held ears unbidden. Containment or caution against echoes cascading? A loop where our gaze summons reply, beyond reckoning. The saga's sharpest edge unfurled from Oxford's astrobiology lab, a preprint September 2025, rekindling the beacon conjecture that advanced kin-seed galaxies with dormant relays, stirring at maturity signal, like Voyager's record. Atlas, they posit, isn't rogue ice, but relic from a protostellar cradle. It's slow down a scripted bloom under solar Q, modeled on logic lattices spanning light years. In essence, Voyager didn't stumble on ATLAS. It was summoned, flipping the oldest switch in a stellar web, now humming awake. A fortnight beyond the Mars whisper, vigilant arrays flagged radiant flares flanking Atlas's wake. Pulsars not of chaos, but cadence. Bursts at 1.618 intervals. The golden ratio's embrace, laced with profiles akin to the 1977 WOW Blips enigma. NASA's Van Allen probes tweaked shields. Labs essayed resonance risks to atmospheric ions, though no peril bloomed. Still, it birthed a Tier 3 advisory, echoing biohazard drills for cosmic effluence. Why would frozen drift etch math into its glow? In the wake, vocal analysts of Voyager's quirks faded from feeds, their Arshava drafts pulled, forums archived, thread sealed. One spectroscopist blogged, a DSN line rang, voice from Langley knowing my grant cycle's cold. They urged retreat from the deep, lest the deep claim more than data. Christened Veil Purge in hushed nets, a tapestry of agencies wove silence over open probes. Yet erasure fueled inferno. The void's quiet roared, drawing minds to the chasm. What vaulted forth demanded shadows, and shadows birthed light. Atlas bears no lens, no transceiver, mere ice in flight. Yet each public parse of its arc or Voyager's hum prompts spin tweaks, subtle at dawn, crisp by eve. Rotations easing post-release, as if attuned to our scrutiny. Theorists whisper the audacious. It senses not waves but intent. The informational tide of our queries, broadcast models. Not mere sentinel but mirror to the gazer's mind. Thus the dread, is it craft or oracle, reflecting intellect back upon itself? 2 dawns past, Atlas veered anew, not drift but intent, a torque placing it sunward anew, threading Neptune's shadow. Voyager's scan, dormant years, swiveled to match, logs syncing pulses in eerie lockstep, a corridor of convergence. By chance or carve, Earth's air and stellar stray harmonized toward Enigma's heart. In the black, kin await, perhaps. We deem Voyager relic, postcard adrift in night sea. Yet solitude was illusion. What if it stood vanguard in a ballet unseen? Atlas, the partner's cue. The fluxes, the sinks, the arcs. They weave intent, unfinished. This comet, kin to none in our fold, may herald probes sentient, sensors cosmic, entities rousing to mind's spark. And via Voyager it found us. But the abyss stares, if not plea nor hail, what of caution, a tolling? Then query shifts, not what is 3I/ATLAS, but what follows. For the firmament gazed, unblinking, and in its eye we glimpsed eternity's pulse. If this stirs your stars, dive deeper. Subscribe for the cosmos unspooling. Like if the void calls you too, comment your wildest wonder below. What's your take on these wanderers? Hit play on our Oumuamua deep dive next, and let's chase the light together. The universe awaits.